Yo, what is going on, guys? Poizesto back with some Pokemon Masters. Going to be starting the first episode in the ultimate guide to Pokemon Masters EX. I don't really know if that's going to be the title yet, but that's what I'm going with. Mega clickbait, you know what it is, But let's just start it off with the very basics, team management, leveling up units. That will be like the first generic thing most people are going to be doing. So when you first start off this game, you're going to be starting with like Pikachu, Roserade. Let's go ahead and show you guys like the default team. I believe it's like Pikachu, not Roserade, even Rosa, and like some random. It might have been Miltank if I remember correctly. It could have been Drake, might have been Drake. You'll start off with a team like this, and the first thing you guys want to be doing is 100% get through story, get everything unlocked in the level up menu, because all of this won't be unlocked when you first start the game. You're going to be needing to clear story mode to unlock all these different leveling up features, and I will do separate individual videos on things like lucky skills, sing grids, because all of that stuff is going to take a while to explain, and I don't really want to make this video too long. So you're going through story, and you might start getting to a point where you hit a wall, and you might be thinking, well, what should I do? Should I go in the gacha, or should I start trying to level up your units? The first thing I would 100% recommend you do is start going to the training area. So the training area has a lot of different functions, but it's kind of in the name. This is the bread and butter place you want to be coming to if you want to be leveling up your units. The big ones, of course, are the level up area. The things you're going to be getting from this are the books. Now, these manuals you are going to be receiving are very powerful in the sense that they allow you to power up your units and gain EXP. The more you have, the more EXP you can feed to said units. And you might hit a point where you actually hit the max level cap and you're trying to level them up, but you can't do it anymore. Well, that's where the next thing comes in, which is the different cap unlock areas. Now, in this game, there are three different types of units. You have the support, the tech, and the striker classes. Now, it's actually pretty obvious what they are because the logo corresponds to said unit. So strikers have a fist, tech units have that exclamation mark, and supports have a actually no, those capsules are kind of funny because they actually don't correspond to exactly what it is. I'll actually show you guys more specifically because I think supports have like a love heart. So as you can see, Roserade has a love heart. Pikachu is technically a striker, but in my opinion, he's more of a support, honestly. Now, talk about more about that when we get to like the sing grid stuff later on. Drake is also a support unit. Let's see if I can find a tech unit for you guys just to show you all the different logos that they have. So if I go here, filter. No, tech is actually exclamation mark. My bad. I guess I was wrong. But yeah, so those are all the different logos for you guys. So you have support units, tech units, and striker units. Now, for example, let's just go through me leveling up a unit and show you what it looks like. So say I want to level up, I don't know, let's say I want to level up my Zatu, for all the OGs out there, the day one carry, if you guys remember this guy. Let's go ahead and level him up. Oh, look, I've hit the max level cap. Well, technically he's actually not max level. You might think 100 is the max level, but it is not. What you want to go ahead and do is you want to unlock the level cap right now. Go ahead and feed that bad boy some capsules. Where the hell are you, Zatu? Right there. And boom. These resources you may not have a lot of when you start off the game, but just from playing and doing events and just grinding AFK, certain auto missions, you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a lot over time. And they've actually added a new level cap of 125, and you need to start getting these new materials, these tomes, and essentially by leveling up units, you're going to be increasing their base stats, and therefore increasing stats means more damage, more sustain if you're a tank, etc. So getting levels is your key priority. If you ever hit a wall in story mode, which you really shouldn't, in my opinion, like you shouldn't really hit a wall in story mode, like because all the units you're going to get for free are just super powerful. Now you might be thinking, well, what are some good units to invest in Poizesto? Well, I'll give you guys some good bread and butter units. Honestly, this team is not even that bad. You're going to be getting this Mew for free from the bingo missions, I believe. So Mew is one of the best tanks in the game. Like legit, hands down, one of the best tanks in the game, because he has so many powerful abilities. And once you unlock his Singrid, and I will talk more about that later on in another episode, he just becomes such an insane wall who not only has evasion, but he can also get heal if you're using someone like Misty as a support with him. He also has different types of builds. You can do like a sync nuke build. So Mew is a very good unit to invest in. Pikachu is also very, very strong because he has one of the most, beneficial, how would I say, moves in the game actually, or trainer moves, I think that's the correct term, which is Potion. And Potion allows you to heal a unit, and once you start getting into the sync grids, which I'm going to talk about this later in the video because it's like a whole topic in itself, you can start getting certain things like Potion MP refresh. But in terms of me, I kind of run Pikachu with Houndoom actually, as my sort of person to inflict different status effects. So I've actually went for like a paralyzing kind of offensive-ish build to help me when I'm doing Karen, because if you guys know, if you've been playing the game a long time, essentially the more sync grids you do, the higher your damage output will be. So if I'm spamming Thundershock and they're paralyzed and I'm getting more damage and Thundershock is on 1 MP move gauge move, you're going to be charging that sync grid super quick, and that with Karen and some form of like sustain, it's just pretty threatening, honestly. And it's actually one of my favorite builds I've been using recently. So Pikachu is pretty good. Snivy or Superior, when you finally evolve them, become pretty insane. Other strong candidates are going to definitely be let's go ahead and show you guys if I should have them around here somewhere. Let's see. Yes, you might think it's a joke, but Old Man Ramos actually becomes nuts because he has this thing in this game called Sleep Powder. Now, it has a 75% chance to hit, but unfortunately I haven't really been getting lucky with my lucky skills. But you can get a certain lucky skill that increases the chance of inflicting status conditions by, I believe it's 15%. So he actually becomes one of the best users of sleep in the game. And you might be thinking, is sleep really that strong in this game? Yes, sleep is one of the most broken things in this game because you can literally cheese so many pieces of content with sleep. A lot of my whenever I'm stuck on a mission, funnily enough, I'll do Bronzong and Bronzong with Ramos, because essentially what you can do is, whenever someone is about to do an attack, Ramos will put them to sleep. And you might be like, well, you have a chance to miss. Well, thanks to telekinesis from this kid, Thornton, telekinesis effect is it makes the target unable to evade moves. So essentially you can just do this sequence where you are infinitely sleeping, units are about to attack, and you never get damaged. That in conjunction with someone like Red, who's a very powerful striker, yeah, I just kind of clear. Whenever I'm stuck on like some mission, that is how I cheese it, and it's actually really strong. So Ramos is actually an insane unit if you manage to get him. I think you might get him through story, I'm not 100% sure. And here we have one of the most broken units in the game, Skylar. Skylar is another key one to invest in because I keep talking about the sync grids. Honestly, it's probably going to be my next video because sync grids is just like one of the most important things, because they literally just change a character. They change a character from going 0 to literally 100, and Skylar is a great example of that. I actually got her to 3 out of 5 today, and she's nuts. She's literally like one of the best support. I would say Leaf is better now. I think Leaf is probably the best support, especially at 2 out of 5. I think Leaf does outscale her, but 3 out of 5 Skylar is still just completely broken. Yeah, I mean that's it for the most part from the free. Oh, how could I forget the number one carry, like no cap, the battle villa god herself, Iris. Iris is like, honestly, Swanna and Iris you'll see together. So like on most free-to-play teams, I would say like these two are used 100% of the time. If it's like some new content and you know search free-to-play team, these two are pretty much used all of the time. And it comes again into that idea of sync grids, and we will talk about that more in depth. But that's just an idea of some of the units you want to be using and leveling up earlier on, so you know you don't really want to be wasting your materials, especially with how the new stamina system works. We can't really infinitely farm like we used to be before, which is kind of annoying. I really don't like that change with the stamina, because back in the day you used to actually be able to literally just like AFK farm everything, and it would make things so easy to stockpile. Like you could have so many level up manuals and capsules waiting to unlock level caps so easy, but thanks to the stamina, that is no longer existing. So those are just some of the units I recommend to unlock levels earlier on and invest EXP into, because they will be used for a very long time. These two especially, 100%. If you're a new player and you're not, you know, you're looking to be more efficient with your gems and not go too ham, these two units can literally beat most of the things in the game. You don't even need the gacha units, honestly. Like, I'm not even kidding. These two units by themselves, and you know, for example, some like a tank like Mew, you're done. Like you could actually beat most of the game. It will just be a little bit more difficult, and if it does get a little bit more difficult, then you can start doing sleep cheese with like Thornton and Old Man over here. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. We're gonna be doing a way more videos on this, like a lot more different guides on different mechanics of the games. Next episode, we're going to be talking about the different battle mechanics and how different stats affect things and what you need to keep into account when you're actually battling. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that next time. But until then, it's been me, Poizesto, signing out. Peace out, guys.